If any of you are still here in 10 minutes' time, we'll lift the lot of you." The man turned away, muttering obscenities under his breath, and returned to the group at the bar, who had largely fallen silent as the scene unfolded. He jerked his thumb towards the door, and the group slowly followed him out. She waited until the tall, thin man bringing up the rear had left, and then turned to the person who had joined her. "Where the hell's Andrea Ford?" she hissed. "She should have been here 15 minutes ago." Detective Constable Jimmy Melson shrugged. "I know. She phoned in a short while ago to say she couldn't make it. I knew that meant you'd be here on your own, so I moved as quick as I could. Sorry I wasn't here earlier." "It's not your fault, Jimmy. I'm glad you came. But what's going on in Ford's head? Why did she phone you instead of me? And why were that lot of thugs here? It was meant to be a low-key meet-up with this informer of hers. So why did it go so badly wrong? I don't even know what he looks like, so I can't tell whether he was here or not. One thing, though, if he witnessed that little scene, he'll have scarpered by now." She sighed. "Tell the bar staff we'll be back in a few minutes, will you? We'll take a quick look around the area to check that this lot aren't raising mayhem somewhere else. Then we'd better head back to the office." The group of men seemed to have split up. The two detectives spotted a few of them in a pub closer to the town centre, but they no longer stood out from the crowd. Instead, they were quietly sipping around a table studying the sports pages of some of the tabloid newspapers on display in the bar. The leading trio were nowhere to be seen, so Lydia and Jimmy returned to the scene of the confrontation. The duty manager was keen to talk. "No idea who that lot were," he said, running his hand through his mousy hair. "I know we're not exactly an upmarket kind of place, but it's not often we get a crowd as bolshy as them. They were arguing about everything. I could see trouble brewing, so it was a relief when you turned up and got them to go. We had a few regulars leaving because they felt threatened." "So you've no idea who they were or why they were here?" Lydia asked. He shook his head. "They were looking for trouble, I can tell you that." He paused for a moment. "I think they were waiting for someone. Maybe you?" This shocked Lydia. "What makes you say that?" "The ringleader, that heavily built aggressive bloke, kept his eye on the door all the time, and he was on the phone a lot. He reacted as soon as you walked in. You must have seen how they all went quiet when you came up to the bar. I didn't realise you were a cop. Maybe they didn't either." Lydia thought for a moment. "Did you hear any of them say where the ringleaders were heading when they left? We didn't spot them in any other place we passed, though a few of the others are in a pub round the corner." "No. I called a couple of the other pub managers nearby. We have an unofficial agreement about tracking troublemakers, but no one else has reported any problems. I didn't recognise any of them." One of the bar staff, a young man, chipped in. "A couple of them were talking about casual work on the ferries. I didn't hear any details, though. Don't know if that helps." Lydia handed her card to the manager. "If anything else does occur to you, please get in touch." "Could they be from one of our ferry ports?" Jimmy said on their way to the door. "That might mean Poole or Weymouth. Weymouth's only 10 minutes away." "The Weymouth link is a possibility. Andrea Ford is based there. I wonder if information about our planned meet-up slipped out somehow. One thing's for sure, after what we've just heard, it's clear those thugs were looking for trouble, and that worries me. And why the hell wasn't she here, with or without her informer?" Detective Inspector Kevin McGreedy's attitude towards his second-in-command, DS Lydia Pillay, was a shade ambivalent, and he felt guilty about it. She was a first-class detective who worked extremely hard, and she had a sharp brain. During the 6 months that she'd worked for him, she'd never given him any cause to doubt her loyalty and commitment, but the uneasiness was always there. It wasn't the fact that she was from an Asian background, nor that she was an obviously committed feminist. Neither of these caused him the slightest problem. No, it was the fact that Lydia had been Sophie Allen's protégée before the young detective unexpectedly transferred to the Regional Financial Crime Unit in Bath for 2 years. Now she was back in Dorset, at Bournemouth CID, in a move that had obviously been engineered by her previous boss. Or had it? Kevin was also aware that Lydia's sudden departure from Sophie's violent crime unit at Dorset's police headquarters may have been brought about by some unexpected rift between the two women. He'd never managed to find out what it had been, though. One of his own junior detectives, Jimmy Melson, had left the unit soon after.